This is game 2 in the series of the blue tournament, round 3 between TrollyBoli and Danko. TrollyBoli picked the Nervii, and he has a total of 4 Mighty Horse, decent units, 4 Levy Freemen on the flanks, 2 Celtic Youths in the center. For his main line, he has a mix of Fierce Swords, Celtic Warriors, Fierce Swords, Celtic Warriors, Oathsworn, Celtic Warriors, Fierce Swords, Oathsworn, and Fierce Swords. Danko has deployed in what appears to me to be a fast charge formation. He wants to get the fast charge off on as many units as possible. He has his spare levy in his rear to protect his guys from rear charges. Then he has Cimbri bowwomen, horse runners of all things. Cimbri bowwomen. In the front line he has wolf warriors, Germanic scouts, swordmasters, bloodsorn, swordmasters, wolf warriors, and Germanic scouts. So this formation is going to allow him to activate fast charge on a lot of units and hopefully wreck the general of the general who is usually in the center. So we'll see how it works. TrollyBoli's army is mainly melee, which he can kite back from Ariovistus, but he won't be able to kite very effectively and skirmish very well because his army is mostly melee. Now, Nervii would be outmatched in the skirmishing department by Suebi anyway, so I kind of get that, what he's doing. These Germanic scouts, some Germanic scouts are dropping to the Celtic Youth. They did manage to hit some of these Oathsworn and do a bit of damage here, but nothing major. Just some early harassment from the Germanic scout riders. If he's able to bait enough javelins, this could be very useful for him. Also, he could post his Germanic scout riders in the rear of Danko, so that if Danko pushes, or in the rear of TrollyBoli, so when Danko pushes up, TrollyBoli is going to be stopped by the Germanic scouts that are here. Could be a nice way to set it up for Danko. Might make TrollyBoli hesitate for... Ooh! The Levy Freeman just didn't get their volley off in range. That could have been very dangerous for Danko. And I don't know if Danko still plays on a touchpad, but if he does, GG. Baiting some more javelins here from the Celtic Youths. Trolly being smart here and taking the fire on his Celtic Warriors, not his Fierce Swords. Fierce Swords are very susceptible to any skirmish fire. They're basically beefed up Celtic Warriors. Great if they can get their frenzied charge out, but in extended melee they just die. Here the Germanic scouts are getting hit by javelins again. Nothing major at the moment. He still has most of his Germanic scouts remaining. Now this is where I would have liked to see Danko pull the Germanic scouts to the rear, not spend their ammo on the Levy Freeman, just put them in the rear, make TrollyBoli have to put his Levy Freeman in the back and have his possibly his Mighty Horse as well. That would make it harder for TrollyBoli to kite back and to block the oncoming Ariovistus charge, because I'm 100% sure that TrollyBoli knows what's up when he sees a formation like this. And he can also, of course, just mouse over the general and see that it's Ariovistus. But this is textbook fast charge formation. Still, the issue with these types of formations for Suebi is that this formation is very easy to stop. It's very easy to block because it's so narrow. And that's the thing with Ariovistus. You have to go really, really narrow to get all of your units activated. But it's not going to be very hard for Trolly to stop this fast charge blob. And again, using ammo on the Levy Freeman. Very strange. Doing a bit of baiting here. Levy Freeman miss with every single javelin, which is nice. Trolly just putting his cavalry in front of his infantry line now, which is a good idea, because that means that this Germanic scout isn't going to be able to get to the cavalry of Trolly. Oh, some more baiting. MLG baiting by Danko, almost MLG. He took some casualties, so it wasn't completely MLG. Close to it. And here we have the dangerous Levy Freeman box formation developing from Trolly. Melee in the rear, Levy Freeman in the front, GG. Oh, Germanic scouts might be able to bait another volley. The Celtic warriors decided not to throw the volley. Another volley baited there by Danko. Still, I don't think any of these units have used their precursors, so... But I mean, against Suebi, precursors can be nice in the late game for firing into swordmasters and wolf warriors, stuff like that. 2 berserkers could be dangerous, but again, so easy to missile and precursor to death. His Celtic skirmishers could also do a number on these berserkers. I really think that Bloodstone, Wolf Warriors and Berserkers should get the same shield as the Club Levy and the Spear Levy, boosting their armor to 40 or 50 and giving them a 60% missile block chance. That would have been very nice. Look at the size of their shields now. Okay, look at this shield. Nice and big shield, right? Well, that shield has a smaller missile block chance than this shield, although it's considerably larger, so it doesn't make a ton of sense. And also the Swordmasters have a very nice missile block chance on their shields. The shields look pretty identical to the shields used by the Berserkers, but they are of course not the same in the database. They have the Germanic shock shield, and these guys, the Swordmasters, have, I believe it's called, I don't quite remember now, but I think it's called the Germanic, not the Germanic wood shield, but the hex shield, maybe, Germanic hex shield. Because it has six angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's called the Germanic hex shield. And these guys have Germanic wood shields, I think. So giving all of these guys Germanic wood shields or Germanic hex shields would go a long way in making Berserkers more viable, because Berserkers can be dangerous, Wolf Warriors can be dangerous, but they are way too expensive for what they're supposed to do. And I think mainly it comes down to their stats are good, but the main problem is going to be armor, that they just get killed so easily. 60 health would be nice on them as well. Also making them heavy melee instead of medium melee could help. Trolly just pulling away here. So many dead Germanic scouts lying around, and they haven't accomplished much at the moment. Here comes the big push. Danko moving forward. He's going to dissuade any cavalry play by Trolly by pushing up his skirmishers. Trolly spreading out in very thin lines, looking to envelop the Suebi formation. This is not good for Suebi. Danko being smart, pulling away. But if Danko can break the center and kill the general, then half the battle is won for him. Now we see the Ariovistus pulling back from Nervii here. Ariovistus needs to be timed in order to be effective, so if Danko messes up his Ariovistus, then it's going to be super difficult for him to make anything work. And the Spear Levy rushing forward to stop the charge here. Mighty Horse straight into Cimbri bows, and these guys should get a lot of kills. And indeed they do. Look at these kills. 60 kills on the charge here. Very nice follow-up with Celtic Warriors. But this might have been planned by Danko here, because he's just going to pull away while the Spear Levy holds. And now he's activating fast charge. Waiting, no doubt, until the charge bonus is activated. And now he's going to start fanning out with his units with the increased speed. Pick his targets of opportunity. Wolf Warriors are going to wreck Levi Freeman, of course. Swordmasters against Oathsworn. Fast charge Swordmasters, very dangerous. These Fear Swords are just going to disappear under the Bloodsworn, actually. And Swordmasters getting very nice kills on the Oathsworn. The General being rushed in against Berserkers when fast charge is activated. I don't know why Danko didn't frenzy headhunt his Berserkers right away. Bit of a strange choice there against Oathsworn, but they're still doing a lot of damage. The fear effect is starting to make itself felt, and these Fear Swords and the Celtic Warriors have problems. Here we have Wolf Warriors charging into sort of both Cavalry, Levi Freeman and Fear Swords. They should just die. Germanic Scout stopping here. Pride is being used in the center. And now the Oathsworn General, he's frightened and losing decisively, so this is not good at all. He's up against Berserkers and Bloodsworn here, and he might lose this engagement. Pulling out the Bloodsworn from the engagement, the Berserkers are still in there, and so much damage done. Danko is doing a great job in pulling away this unit and then just pouring the fire into the Oathsworn General. He's going to take massive damage here, and all across the line, pulling out Swordmasters from this engagement with Oathsworn. They were losing that engagement, so now he's going to get a second charge on the Oathsworn of TrollyBoli with this Swordmaster unit. The Skirmishers are unopposed for now, and the General of Trolly just routed off the field, which was massive. Just as he was about to get into the Cimbri Bowwomen, the General of Nervii dies. And these units are going to have a hard time now staying in the fight with all of these fair units still on the field. The Berserkers running amok, or going berserk, rather. Swordmaster still alive, still tanking the kills against Oathsworn. And this Oathsworn unit, it's doing a decent job against the Swordmasters, but its morale is just not great. So any fair units that get in here might just break the Oathsworn. Fire incoming on the Mighty Horse. They're going to charge on the Cimbri Bowwomen again. Horse Runners are sort of like Peltast units in that they have decent melee attack and weapon damage, a decent enough charge bonus, not quite Peltast armor, but they can perform a dual role. And Danko needs to be a bit careful here because he is about to lose his general. He might lose his general if this Oathsworn unit is... well, he's still got Headhunt, Pride, so the weapon damage is going to swing this battle in his favor. The Horse Runners charging in on the Oathsworn. It's going to help the tank some damage for the Swordmasters, and the Oathsworn are not doing well now. They are one rare charge away from routing. Not a whole lot left on the field for TrollyBoli. Berserkers not great against cavalry, of course, with their low weapon damage. Javelin volley against the Berserkers, killing a lot of Berserkers, but the Berserkers, they're still getting their charge, and now he's activating Frenzy, which is going to wreck the exhausted Fierce Swords. And there we go, Impetuous. So the Berserkers are going to be fresh, and they're going to tank up the kills. But wow, Levi Freeman coming in and wrecking the Berserkers from the rear. Let's see if the Levi Freeman can finish off the Berserkers in melee. Highly doubt it, but it would be cool to see. The Berserkers are dropping. The Levi Freeman got some very nice kills there. They are actually getting more kills. If the Levi Freeman could finish off these Berserkers, that would be amazing. This is the high point of the battle for me, no doubt. The Levi Freemen are actually getting the kills here. No, don't come in and ruin the moment. They were just about to win, and the Levi Freemen shatter because of army losses. So, if the rest of the army hadn't sucked, those Levi Freemen could have won the battle for TrollyBoli. TrollyBoli did a decent job in stopping the first fast charge, but then Danko got good engagements with his fast charge units overall, as can be witnessed by 202, 158, 146. Very underwhelming Wolf Warriors, but they were up against Oathsworn. Bloodsworn do just about as well, but they just don't have the scare effect, but I still think the scare effect is overpriced here, and having 2 berserkers is more than enough. Horse runners got some nice kills. Germanic scouts didn't do much, they were annoying. But for Nervii, some good cavalry usage, but the Oathsorn got ganged up on by fast charge pride units. The fair swords do okay overall against Suebi. Low armor overall on Suebi as well. Levy Freeman doing a really good job in leveling up. Very close battle this, super close. And if you look at the kills, TrollyBoli actually killed more men than Danko. But I think the fair effect and losing the general was the main difference between how TrollyBoli's army did and how Danko's army did. Sniping the general, charging him was very good. Very nicely done by Danko, but a very close and very good battle. So this is going to move on to the tiebreaker. The score is 1-1, and I'll see you in the third battle. Strength and honor.